because it's not the companies, and I want to make that very, very clear. It's not the company's problem. It's not the businesses. It's not the organization. It's not the man, dog. It's us. Like, I took that deal. I signed those papers. But all right, y'all, good morning. It is day 6. I'm out trying to get a quick walk in before I go to work. I got a super hectic day, and so I'm gonna head over to the trail, talk to y'all about something that I realized this morning. First of all, it's been raining on and off all morning. And so I'm hoping to not get caught in this rain. It's gonna be a pretty quick one. So this morning, as I was going through my morning routine, kind of praying, kind of doing everything that I typically do, I went through the statements for the car, just trying to see where everything was, trying to see where were payments. And two things I realized, one of them was that the payment for day 3 never posted. And so today I'm gonna have to call the company and make sure that that I got to figure out what's going on with that payment and why everything isn't going the way it should be going. And then secondly, I found out about a year and a half ago, like interest rates and things like that and how much money I was spending. And I found out how absurd it was. So like, I'm going to say that eventually I'm going to make a video over all of it. Eventually I'm going to pull up the numbers and I'm going to show you exactly how screwed I got on this car. But in short, I'm just going to say that I'm paying this car off because, one, I have a 20% interest rate. 2, I got this car 6 years ago. And then 3, the amount of money that I'm spending on this car is just ridiculous and I can't actually get ahead. And so in short, yes, my 20% interest rate was because my credit was terrible. It was the worst. Hold on. First of all, let's take a moment and enjoy this trail. It's like the most beautiful trail, bro. Like, I live right behind this. This is fire. I'm about to sit on this wet bench, actually. Basically, I screwed myself. Like, disclaimer, I'm not frustrated with the company. I'm not frustrated with, like, you know what I mean? Like, anybody in my path. Because at the end of the day, like, if we're men and we're becoming free, one of the things I think the first thing we have to do is, like, take ownership of our lives and take ownership of our past. I'm not a victim, right? When I got this car, it was advice. I got advised to get the car, go with this company because it was going to help me build that credit, because I lent my credit out, and made my own mistakes as well, but I lent the credit out, helping people around me, and it ruined my credit. And so it takes a village, you know, so me and those I've done, you know, because I've also had poor habits. But basically I got this 20% interest rate on this car, and I didn't realize until I was looking at it that the car sticker price, I'll just say this, the car sticker price was initially about like 15,000, just under $15,000. What's on paper is that I was going to be paying 20,770. Of course, I'm 6 years ago, like I'm not thinking when I'm doing this. I'm just going. I'm excited. Like, okay, I'm approved. Like, let's do it. And I think that this is something that we all, just when you come from that mindset, when you've grown up where I've grown up, when you know me, you were raised where I was raised, you don't have that financial education. We're not really reading the things that we're doing. And so ended up paying technically $5,000, $6,000 more. That was on paper. I didn't realize that for 6 years, I've been paying $500 a month. Now, I've had some rough moments in those earlier years, and so that could have a big impact on what I'm about to say, but 6 years of paying $500 a month is $36,000. When we looked at that pricing, I still owed over $10,000. Something's wrong. Now, again, like I said, I've had rough moments. There was a lot of moments where I had to learn how to grow, how to mature. I'm still teaching and myself. You know, I do a lot of these things. And so now that I'm in a different position, now that I understand things a lot more, and I'm not still making the same mistakes, I'm not still, you know, like chained to those terrible habits, those terrible beliefs, those terrible, you know, mindsets that I was given that I didn't ask for. Um, all I'm saying is that I'm ended up spending way more. And so $500 a month at 10.5 is about 22 months left still. You know what I mean? Technically. But I found that my interest rate, and it's not just the interest, it's fees, it's things like that. Like, I'm paying a couple $100 a month just in interest. Like, it's accumulating like a terrible credit card or something. And so just like the reality of that whole situation is like, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth already. You sit down and you really pay attention to like what you're spending, how much you're spending, why you're spending that or whatever, and like really seeing where your money is going. It's like, when I was going through to make sure all my payments was still working and like, you know, checking the numbers, I want to check it daily now. I want to make sure like shit is going. It's like you put $500 in and it's like, you know, 300 is going to interest. And it's things that we know, right? I've heard these stories over and over and over, but I don't think until you really start digging into your finance, so you really start looking at shit, that you realize how much you screwed yourself. And so it just feels like one of those situations where it's like, I could be 8-9 years on one fucking, it's like, that's crazy to me. To be spending 8-9 years on one car kind of blows your weight. And so that's why I'm like sticking my foot into like, fuck that, I'm paying this off now. Like, we're getting past this because it's impossible to get ahead if you're constantly doing it. And $500, it's, you can always make more money. But I think it's less about the money that I'm spending monthly, and it's more just about the principle of the situation. Like, wait a minute. You mean this can't be, like, I can't move this way. I have to be more cognitive. I have to be more aware and very, very detailed about everything that I'm doing. And I think that that's what makes, you know, that's just what's gonna make the biggest difference. Oh, it's raining. I think for me, it's just understanding that, you know, we have to be aware of what we're doing. We got to be aware of what we're spending. We got to be aware of the deals that we're taking and things like that. And for me, you know, I've spoken to Rebecca. I don't want to make payments. You know, from here out, anything that we purchase is going to be cash. Even though my credit's better, even though things are going to be better, a study showed that we pay like almost 2-3 times the sticker price on a car. Like at the end of his life, or, you know, when it's all said and done. And so it was like, you buy a car that says $25,000 on a sticker, you end up spending like $60,000, $70,000 on it, because you think maintenance, you got to think upkeep, you got to think gas, you got to think fees and stuff like that if you're making payments on the car, right? Last year alone, I spent $2,000 just on tires and brakes. $2,000 alone. So that put me at $8,000 last year on my car, not including gas, not including, you know what I mean, other maintenance. I got wheel alignments, I got a tune-up, I got my transmissions flushed. You know what I mean? Like I said, all the gas, like, let's say I spent $10,000, $11,000 last year, because I'm spending at least $100 a month in gas now. So yeah, I'm spending at least, let's say I spent almost $11,000 last year. Dog, I got a 2017. It's a great car. I'm almost certain I probably could have purchased my car last year for the price I spent on the maintenance, and to still have $11,000 to pay this year, it's insane. I do think it's very, very important for us to get to a place in our journey early on where we become cognitively aware of all and everything that we're spending, all the money we're spending, all of the things that we're purchasing, everywhere that our money is going. I think it's very, very important that we make sure that we get cognitively aware and we don't screw ourselves, because it's not the companies. And I want to make that very, very clear. It's not the company's problem. It's not the businesses. It's not the organization. It's not the man, dog. It's us. Like, I took that deal. I signed those papers, but I'll never do it again, because now I've self-educated. I've educated myself. And I think that's my call right now. It's not blaming. And it's like being a man, a leader, and having the balls and the character to say, you know what, I made this mistake, I'm gonna go fix it. And that's what I'm doing in my life right now. So like I said, we're going 0 to financially free, emotionally free, spiritually free. I hope that y'all continue to do it. Like I said, this is day 6. Today I have a crazy, crazy day. And so that means I have to work at both jobs. I just left the gym. I need to go edit, do everything. I already went to the bank to deposit the money for for today's payment. And like, literally I got to work from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. So I'll be literally at work all day, but I'm gonna make this payment early. Here's the video, and we just gonna keep going, y'all. But that felt like the worst fucking shit. Listen, I'm trying to be more positive about working, but that shift was pretty bad. It was slow. They putting too many servers on the floor now, And so it's a Saturday morning, and I just made $80. And that's really because my girl came in with her friends and they tipped me like $40. Like I probably was gonna walk with like $45 or some shit like that. Like, it's a problem. And so I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna finish this challenge. I told my girl I would finish the year because I made that promise to myself. This challenge is making me realize, like, dog, I've been wasting my time. I wasn't gonna show this, but I'm cleaning up the bathroom, bro. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm about to go home. I gotta go pick up my girl from her sister's house, but this is what I do. Clean up, my shift's over. Yeah. All right, y'all, so I'm leaving. Actually, I'm gonna sit here and count it. We're gonna sit in the car and count this money. I know y'all can't see me, but that's okay. All right, so here's all my cash for the night. I cut it like 8:45, so almost a 6-hour shift. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. 5, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 268. So plus 80 is what? 348 all day, which is, I mean, I guess technically we're $3 away, or what's that? Not $3, $5 away from what we need, and I think I got $5. So, I mean, I guess I'll take that. You know, obviously we don't get the rest of the other 80 until next Thursday. So yeah, man, that's my night. I'm gonna go home, make this payment. I gotta go pick up Rebecca. I'm gonna go home, make this payment, and tomorrow's Sunday, so yeah, I just get to reset. I'm tired of shit. I haven't eaten since like 12 o'clock because I refuse to eat at these restaurants. We are going to keep fucking going, you feel me? And there's something I want to talk about in the morning, so I'm just going to do the video for the morning tomorrow. Thank y'all again for watching. As usual, let's keep fucking going. Fuck it. It don't matter. This is the reality. This is my reality, and we're going to change it. But I have to be honest and show y'all what it looks like and that I'm not bullshitting. Thank y'all.